Free is good. Hey friends, it's Quenby, the Grateful Queen, here on YouTube, and I am very excited about today's video because it's a collaboration video with my friend Kelly Schaffner. The information to find her video will be linked in the description section below. She and I were talking about the fact that right now with stay at home, we are doing something new and different, which is receiving free inventory in the form of donations from neighbors, friends, people in our community. So we thought we'd make a video for you all about our experience of receiving donations in our business, and we thought we'd put it in a really kind of user-friendly format of doing the pros and cons of accepting donations in your reselling business. So hopefully this will be helpful to you. So my plan in the video is to talk to you a little bit about my experience of asking for donations and receiving donations, sort of the whole process. Then I'll talk about, in my experience, what the pros and cons are. I'm also going to do a haul and show you some of the items I've been receiving. If you happen to be new to my channel, hi and welcome. I'm Quenby. I'm a part-time reseller. I've been reselling for over 8 years, almost 9, on eBay and Poshmark. For me, it's a part-time gig, although lately with stay at home, I've been putting in some serious full-time effort. But my channel's all about reselling, so I'd love it if you consider subscribing. If you have not ever been to Kelly's channel, definitely hit the link below. Go over and watch her video on the pros and cons of free donations. You're gonna love her. She has really great energy, a positive attitude, and she has tons of different content up on her channel. She does the regular thrift hauls and reselling videos, but she also has THREDUP unboxings and some of those cool subscription boxes that she opens up. How do you even get free donations? A lot of people are putting out to their friends and family that they are taking donations. I used a template that a lot of resellers have been using, and I put it out on the Nextdoor app in my neighborhood. That made picking things up really easy. I'll pop a picture right up here showing you the actual ad that I put on the Nextdoor app, because I personally, when we first started with stay at home, I felt a little uncomfortable with the idea of asking people, hey, do you want to give me your stuff so that I can sell it online? So it was really helpful to get language for asking people that really worked for me. And so I said something like this in my ad. Hi everybody in the neighborhood. I am a reseller. My business of selling on eBay and Poshmark requires me to go to places like thrift stores and yard sales in order to get inventory that I then turn around and sell in my business. But right now with stay at home, I can't do that. Are you cleaning out your spring closet? Do you have stuff that I could either buy from you, or you would consider donating to a small business owner at this time? I felt much more comfortable with that kind of language, and the response for me has been really positive. I had one woman that did have some stuff that she wanted to sell to me, so she did send me pictures of the items she has, and we talked about things, and I ended up buying a few things from her for about $2 an item, but everybody else so far has donated. So if you're a little hesitant or a little wary of asking people, I would encourage you to give it a try. And if you're at all concerned about safety, I just want to tell you that I found ways to do this that felt extremely safe to me. When I put out my ad on the Nextdoor app, I also specified that I would be doing a no contact porch pickup. And so I've driven over to people's homes at a designated time. I've picked up bags that they had sitting outside for me. I'd put them in my car, I'd use my hand sanitizer, then I'd come home and unload everything into my garage, and I let it sit for about at least 24 hours. Some things had to sit for like a week, and I was washing my hands continually. I also washed all the items that came to me as donations. So there's a way to definitely do it safely, just in case that's something that's of concern to you. And I happen to use the Nextdoor app, but a lot of people are doing similar things on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. Some people are putting it out there in an email to friends and family. So get creative. There's definitely a way that you can do this that could work for you, I think. Okay, let's just get into it. Let's get into the pros, and let's start with the most obvious one. It's free. It's all free inventory, so your cost of goods is zero, and that way you really don't have too much to lose. So obviously free is probably going to be one of the best things in the pros column, but when I was reflecting on this, there are a lot of things that are happening right now that I consider a pro of receiving donations. Learning, because I am receiving a lot of things that I might not have otherwise picked up in the thrift store, and they're new brands and styles. And then when I go to maybe look them up, I realize they actually do sell on eBay and Poshmark. One of the things that I personally love about running my own business and being a reseller is that I get to constantly be learning and growing. I love learning new brands, new styles, new markets. I'm trying to learn a lot about selling in the men's market right now. I've been dabbling a little bit in selling jewelry and buying jewelry lots on sites like shopgoodwill.com or THREDUP. And when I get a bunch of inventory from somebody that's a donation, I often learn new brands that I had never even heard of before, but they actually do have a value. So I like learning new brands. I'll show you in my haul some things that I got that were brands I've never even heard of and probably wouldn't have picked up, but because it was free, I'm taking a chance on it and I'm learning something new.
I didn't subscribe to Grateful Queen, so I had bad luck. I only made a little bit of money. I had super bad luck. Now I did subscribe to Grateful Queen, so I had great luck. I can reach when I was just a child. I was able to afford ruby and diamond bracelets. And I had the best luck ever. I won the soccer game. I had so much money. Woo! It's raining money!
Another positive that I have noticed is I'm getting a lot of size large and extra large and plus size stuff. Normally when I go out sourcing for my business at thrift stores, I find a lot of small and extra small. And in my experience of reselling, the larger sizes tend to sell better, kind of like across the board on both platforms. Like this one woman, when I went and picked up her donation, she gave me 2 huge boxes. It was so generous. I'm so grateful for all of this. Hope that comes through in this video. She gave me 2 huge boxes and they were all like size extra large, and extra large is my best selling size on eBay and Poshmark. So I was like, yes, I just got like 2 boxes of extra large items. Those same lines of getting a lot of size large and extra large, which is so great for my business. I'm also getting a huge quantity usually at once. So I must have gone to maybe like 6 people's houses now to pick things up, and most people have out several trash bags full of items for me or huge boxes. So I'm getting quantity, which is sometimes hard to do. Sometimes I'll go to the thrift store and I might come home, if I'm there for a couple hours, I might come home with like 30 items or something, and that's pretty good. But I'm getting bags and bags of inventory all at once. During stay at home, I have more time to list, and so I'm putting more time and energy into my reselling business. And I have quantity to list. I have a lot of items I can now list, which feels really good at a time like this. When all this stay-at-home started, what most of us were the most concerned about was, where are we going to get inventory? I've done some other things too, other than donations. I'm doing a lot of THREDUP right now. I have some videos on that you're welcome to check out on the channel. But this is a way to get a good amount of inventory so you can just keep listing. So curious to see what Kelly's gonna say about what her pros or cons are. We didn't get into the exact details. We just came up with a format for the video, so I wonder if she has a lot of the same things or different. A pro that, you know, is probably one of the best things that's happened out of this that I didn't expect is that I'm having really great interactions with my community. So I'm having a lot of emails and texts and interactions with people on the app that are really positive. Most people right now want to help. So my experience of this, even though I was a little nervous to ask for free stuff in the beginning, my experience has been entirely positive. So many people right now are doing their spring cleaning. They're cleaning out their entire closet, their kids' closets, their partners' closets, and then they have bags and boxes of stuff they don't know what to do with, because right now, nobody can drop off their stuff at the donation centers like they normally would after doing their spring cleaning. So it's sitting around in their house and they want it out of there. For example, one of my biggest donations came from a family that was moving. And they were like, oh my gosh, we don't know what to do with this stuff. We don't want to throw it out. We don't want it to end in the landfill, but we can't donate it anywhere. They were actually thanking me and appreciating me for taking this stuff off their hands. And so I'm having interactions like that where it really is a win-win. They're definitely helping me with these donations, but a lot of people are telling me that they feel like I'm helping them too. Okay, now on to the cons. I have to say my cons list is shorter than my pros list, but I'll just share with you my experience. And that is, this is a lot of work. So what I told you was a pro is that I'm getting tons of stuff, but the con of that is I'm getting tons of stuff. I've got bags and bags of stuff that I need to sort through, and that takes time. So it's time consuming. And to add on to that, one of the things that is a challenge in this is that I'm sorting through quantity of stuff, and a lot of it is I'm not able to use. So I'll be sorting through trash bags of items that I'm very grateful that someone donated, but I'm not able to resell them for various reasons. The number one reason is probably a lot of these items I'm finding have flaws. So they might have stains or holes or too much washwear. So I'm just redonating that. I've got, oh God, I don't know, like 3 trash bags and 2 huge boxes full of stuff that I will now have to take to the donation center. Because someone might be able to use it. Obviously, if it's, you know, in really bad shape, then it just needs to go to the trash. But it takes a lot of time to sort through all this stuff. And I'm doing a lot of laundry. So I've made the choice to wash everything that comes in now just to be super safe. And so I'm doing that, a lot of laundry, and then I'm sorting through a lot of clothes, and a lot of it I can't sell because it's not in great enough condition for me to sell. It might be good enough for somebody else. Like if I find an item that I love at the thrift store and it's got a tiny flaw, for myself, I don't care, but it's harder to resell that stuff. Now, will I sell stuff with flaws? Sure. If I think it's a good enough item that someone would really want and enjoy, I'll sell it and just take pictures of the flaw and also write it very detailed in my listing description. So if I think someone really wants it, I will sell a flawed item, but it's a little harder and it's a little more work because you're not going to get quite as much money for your effort there. So that's definitely a con, just that I'm getting a ton of stuff, a lot of it I can't use, I'm doing a lot of laundry, a lot of sorting, and then I'll end up having to donate a lot of it back or dispose of it myself. The other thing that is one of the big cons for me that I'm finding ways to work around, I'm so eager to hear what Kelly has to say about this, is I'm getting a lot of items with brands that I'm not used to reselling because they're not things that have a great value, so I don't tend to pick them up. So as a reseller, when I'm at the thrift store, I'm looking for higher end designers or really popular brands that sell for more. And right now I'm getting a lot of like juniors brands that don't have that much of a resale value, or kind of lower end brands, things that might be sold at like Kohl's or Sears or Walmart, and they're perfectly fine items, but they're not necessarily things I'm used to picking up for resale. So I'm getting a lot of brands I'm not used to dealing with. One of the ways I'm working with that though is I'm lotting things up. So I will show you some examples of that. Why don't I show you a haul of some of the items I'm getting that I think will kind of illustrate some of the pros and cons. Okay, so as I was saying, I am getting a lot of brands I'm not familiar with, maybe lower end brands, juniors brands. So let me show you like, this one family gave me bags and bags of kind of juniors items. So these are brands I'm not used to reselling in my business. This is Zanana Outfitters, and these are size small. Look how teeny these are. Clearly like a juniors, but they're cute and someone would really want these. This is a little pair of lacy shorts by this brand called Lost that I've never heard of. I'm assuming it's another kind of mall brand or juniors brand. And this brand is a line of Forever 21. And these are all little teeny mini shorts. And I'm getting bags and bags of this stuff. So what I'm choosing to do is I'm going to lot these all up together. I have 3 right here, but I might have a lot more. And I'm making a listing on Poshmark and eBay for like a lot of juniors mini shorts. And I might put together as many as I can, and I'll sell them all for like 20, 25 bucks plus shipping. So that's the way I'm kind of working with that. I'm also getting a lot of like juniors dresses and a lot of things that are sold at Target, like Target brands. Like this brand is Exhilaration. This is cute stuff. It's not super cheap at Target either, but the brand is Exhilaration. And this came from another family, and they're like cute little pieces, but a junior's dress like this isn't gonna sell for a lot. So what I've been doing is, this is from Exhilaration as well, size small. I'm lotting up all these size smalls, and I'm making a listing for like 5 or 10 Forever 21 or Exhilaration juniors dresses. And speaking of junior stuff, I had to show you this because it's so cute. I'm getting a lot of fun things like this. Like this is Forever 21. But look how cute this is. It's got a hood. It's like a onesie pajama outfit. Bright pink fleece pajamas with hearts and a hood. Like, this is adorable. And so I'm gonna list it. I'm listing anything and everything right now. My strategy is to just list as much as I can every day, keep flow, keep things moving. Look at this one. This is Nick and Nora, which is actually kind of a cute pajama brand. And these are like animal print onesie pajama, and look at the feet. So, I mean, I should add this to my pros list. There's a lot of fun stuff. I got these great Forever 21 Sherpa jackets. I'll show you that at the end because those actually sold really fast. So, and one of the donations that I've been really excited about was this one woman's, those couple boxes I told you about, where it's all large and extra large, not necessarily brands I'm used to selling, but I don't even know this brand, Forbidden, size large, but it's a really cute boho print dress with some crochet and some beading and a little ruffle tiered hem. I'm not familiar with the brand, but I know that I can sell that on Style Alone. And this is a top I got from her, Christopher Banks, but it's a size XL, and it's a black floral top with like a roll tab sleeve, kind of a white print on it. Wouldn't necessarily pick that up, but experience has taught me XL sells really well for me. She also gave me these. These are Chico's. If you're not familiar with Chico's Travelers, they're these like spandexy pants that women travel in, and these have always sold for me around the $25 mark, and these are a size 3 in Chico's. That's an XL, so that's a really great size. I sell a lot of these like mature women's brands, Chico's, Talbot's, J. Jill, over on eBay really well. This one too, Coldwater Creek. This is a petite large. I love having petite, I love having tall, because people specifically look for those sizes when they're shopping. And this is a brown full-length skirt. I might even put modest in the title. Probably midi length actually, with an elastic waist. Just really pretty. So I know that that'll sell probably $20, $25. And this one, no, again, not a high-end brand. It's Sonoma, but I've sold that brand plenty, but it's new with tags, and it's a size 16, a plus size like women's cargo skirt. That's fantastic. I'm really happy about that. I have been doing pretty well with like fitness stuff, and in one donation I got some of these Nike, is it Nike or Nike? Dry fit, like a cute tank top here, and also a Nike t-shirt, size medium, dry fit. Get your freak on, someone will love that. Let me show you a couple things that sold. These things sold. Both of these items were juniors items, and they sold really fast, which was surprising to me. See how I'm learning? This is a women's Champion top. A lot of the young girls are loving this stuff that looks like vintage Champion. Woo! This is a really boxy top. It was a size large, and it sold for $16. And this other piece was Forever 21, another juniors brand, but it was a plus size, and look how cute. This is like a fuzzy fleece Sherpa, and it was in this neon green. If you don't know, 2020 summer, expect to see a lot of neon colors. What did this sell for? I want to say like $18 on Posh. So they also had to pay the $7 shipping and tax. So I thought that was a pretty good sale. I've got to get my other stuff listed. I'm a little slow on the donation stuff because, like I said, I'm sorting, I'm washing, then I'm photographing and listing. It's taken me a little while, but glad to see a couple sales from free stuff already. Very, very thankful. I hope some of these things that I'm showing you just kind of illustrate the pros and cons of getting free inventory. Not necessarily brands that I would normally seek out. Not necessarily brands that are gonna sell for a lot, but I'm getting a ton of stuff. I'm getting some great sizes. I'm getting some styles and brands I wouldn't normally pick up, but I am learning how to sell. I'm lotting some of this stuff together. So my experience on the whole has been really positive, and I'm finding a lot of gratitude. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful for anyone who's willing to donate this stuff to me. It may be a lot more work. I'm definitely processing and washing a lot of inventory, but mostly it's been a really positive experience. What's your experience with this? I'd love to hear from you. And most importantly, click on the link below. Go see Kelly Schaffner. You're gonna love her. I'm really appreciative to her that she was willing to collaborate on this video with me. It's been so fun. And I hope to see you guys in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Yeah, hello. You right there. You gotta punch that subscribe button like this. Boom! Like, no, don't punch it like that. Punch it like this. Boom! Yeah, you gotta. And don't forget to like and turn on the notifications like you need to. Yeah. So make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. And yeah.